Hey, we're back.
What? Where's the music?
I'm trying something new.
No.
I've been listening to some podcasts, and it's like a cold open. Like you know how in some sitcoms at first they would do the thank you for being a friend, and then in season 6 they started doing cold opens.
Okay.
We're doing cold opens now.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Yay! 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 Yay!
It's a good vibe. It's good. I like it. I like it. No. Yeah, I'm an idiot. You're the one who called it
Girls.
chilly.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't think of.
You went with Golden Girls.
My kids are watching Golden Girls now.
It's a great show.
It's a great show, and Lori is happy to watch it with them.
And
it's her
thank
favorite
you
show.
for being a friend.
Oh,
Traveling down the road and back again.
we're not singing the whole
No?
song. No.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. But I want to know why the hell you're tied up in like a bow with your hoodie. That looks so stupid.
It's like a hockey sweater. That's what the hockey sweaters
stupid.
do. It's a hockey
You let them
sweater.
hang, man. It's a hoodie. You let them hang.
Yeah, hockey sweater.
No, hockey sweater is a different braided thing. This is like, I want to try to be like a hockey sweater.
No, well, I this is just how it's been since I bought it. Here, does it make you uncomfortable?
It's stupid.
There you go. Actually, that does look better.
Yeah, that looks really stupid.
looking
That's
in
why
the
I was
camera.
laughing at you before we started. I'm like, I'm
Okay.
saving that for the show.
If I do this,
I don't care.
like throw my braids back over my
Yeah.
hair. Yeah. So this is great for the folks who are just listening to the podcast. So
Yeah.
if you're just a listener, you should be watching.
Watch it on the YouTubes.
Yeah, not many people do. But
No, it's really funny that our numbers have gone up as far as listenership.
On the audio, yeah.
On the audio. And they sit at like 5 or 6 people watch us on YouTube. Like, nobody wants to look at us, apparently.
No, why should they?
It's a valid point.
Yeah, there you go.
a
So,
valid point.
so yeah, new show. I want to just talk about the last show real quick,
Do that.
because as one may recall,
And spoiler alert, go back and watch it now so you get an idea. Because you need to watch that last show.
oh,
It was a visual.
1000% you need to
Yeah.
watch that last show. Oh no.
We're both not sounding too good right now. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
It's winter.
You know what?
It's the winter.
It's that time of year.
Winter.
It's that time of year. But yeah, in the last show, we decided that it was a good idea, something that you've been dying to do for years, to go through Lizz's box of stale treats. And and it's hilarious because she was here because she uses the studio to do her podcast, and she was here and was like, and you were here as well, and she was like, oh, your kids went through my stuff. And left like a half-eaten treat in here.
Yeah.
The kid, and I was so happy to let her think that it was the kids. And then I got a call. So Liz finally called the show back.
Hey, it's only been like 2 years.
It's only been a couple years, but she finally did.
I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
It was a whole thing. So this, thank you so much for Liz for calling the show.
Yeah, thanks, Liz.
Thank you so much for calling the show back.
Thank you
like
for
the good old days.
being a friend.
I'm listening to your episode, and you just got to quote-unquote my box. How much stuff did you plant in there before you sat down with Mo? Because the dreidel wasn't there. The bungee cord certainly wasn't there. I have no idea where these things came from. And now I'm realizing that you let your kids take the fall for taking a bite out of my protein bar, when in fact it was you for the sake of the show. What kind of father are you? My goodness. And also, yes, I did call in on Instagram. It was over a year ago because that's how slow you guys are to record your show.
It wasn't. We looked.
Nothing on me.
Yeah,
Instagram must have deleted it because you couldn't be bothered to check your crap.
Instagram deletes stuff.
But you better get back on that show. I want a retraction. Be acting like I'm stealing stuff from you. Yes, I did borrow the pen. But anyway, dude, total plant job. I do not appreciate the defamation of my character. Do not appreciate it at all.
Defamation.
Also, why do you put your hat in the dishwasher? This is the second time I've heard of that this week. I always put my hats in the washing machine and air dry it.
That's a bad idea.
And it seemed fine. So I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong. Also, don't plant crap, you bum.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to cut her off
She
there.
called you a bum.
I'm going to cut her off there because the name calling is not
That's
kosher.
not necessary.
That's not necessary.
No.
But you know what? She actually left us with a good question at the end of it about washing the hats. B+ question.
Which you're better at than I am.
With my hats?
Yeah, so here's the thing. We've talked about this. Your hats are always like looking pristine. Mine are worn.
This
And I
hat's
love
old.
the old worn look of a good hat.
Yeah.
Like my yard goats hat. I love that hat.
Yeah.
It's now finally broken in. It's got the dirt and musk to it. It's fantastic. But it reminds me of my sister-in-law asking me probably about 6 months ago. She said, "How many hats do you have?" I said, "I have no idea."
I have so many.
She goes, "You're just like your brother, and you're just like your father, and just like my nephew. We all just collect hats.
Oh.
Always have a ton of hats.
Okay.
There are probably 30 hats in the closet off of my living room that I haven't worn in forever.
Yeah. I've got a ton of
I
hats.
go through the
haven't worn,
same hats all the time.
Yeah.
And then I cleaned out my part of my garage and my Jeep, and I found like 20 more hats in there. Like, I have way too many hats.
I have so many hats.
But you do clean them regularly.
And I store them, like you probably throw them.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I keep mine like stacked, keep the shape,
Yeah.
keep everything nice, keep it clean,
Yeah,
keep
but
it fresh.
I like more of the unstructured hat, mostly.
Yeah.
You like more of the structure,
I love the 5950.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect shape.
but you still don't bend the brim enough, that's all.
I mean, the
That's
hats.
a generational thing.
Well, the
It
hats
is.
that I play ball in, A, have the bent brim, and B, are filthy. Like, I have this exact same Red Sox hat that I wear for softball. It's
Right.
actually right in the other
And
room.
the socks are not anywhere near as bright and vibrant as this one.
No, I like hat and shoes.
Yeah.
Keep them fresh.
Shoes are critical.
Got to keep them clean.
Shoes have to be kept clean. They are a sign of you as,
Like Mama always said,
yeah.
you can tell a lot about the person by their shoes. I just
Look at you doing an
I-
impression for a change.
I see. I started not, and then I kind of just fell into it,
have
and then
to.
I looked around like, who was that? Who was that guy just now?
You did something. That was good for
Yeah,
you.
that was not bad.
You have to with Forrest, though. You have to.
Yeah. You can't just say, well, life is like a box of chocolates.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Duff man.
I was gonna say, where's that going into? It was
It's
like
a
an
Duff
ad.
Man.
It was like an ad for Hershey.
Duff man. That's one I can do. I can do Duff man. Okay?
Yeah, Duff Man you do
I don't.
alright.
I don't do the impressions as well as you, or as often.
Yeah.
As
I haven't done the impressions much on the show in a while.
No, but you've got a much wider range. I feel like.
I have a range.
But for the hats, I keep them fresh. I keep them clean. I mean, I can't keep all the dog hair off of it.
Right,
Right.
that's hard.
It's tough. But I do roll it so it doesn't become a rug. And yeah, to keep them clean, so you put them in the dishwasher, and I put them in the top rack so it can still maintain the shape. And
Yeah.
but I turn off the dry and I put them on my head when it's wet. And then
That's
you let
what you
it
do with a fresh new fitted hat too. That's the best way to do that.
Correct.
Yeah. Wear it in the shower.
Because the thing is that hats will shrink. We all have hats that we love. I have a Dodgers hat in the other room. It's quite pristine, but it has shrunk. So now it's my wife's hat. Right.
Okay.
Now Lori can wear that hat.
Good for her.
But it's funny because it's like a 7 3/8 hat, which is my normal hat size for those of you buying me hats. And
That's what I thought I was. Well, I thought I was 7 5/8. Remember that when you went down to like Virginia? And you were like, "What size hat are you?"
oh yeah.
7 5/8.
Yeah, how'd that work out for
Yeah,
you?
I've tried to stretch that hat out so much. It just doesn't work.
Hey, you got a noggin. You got a big noggin.
It's a big melon.
But the thing is that hats will shrink.
yeah.
And if you let them air dry, especially as Lizz does, as an amateur would,
Right.
it won't
It'll
mold
lose
like.
its form.
But when you dry it on your head, it
Yes.
will literally shrink and mold
like
to
shrink
your
wrap.
hat.
It's
And
like shrink wrap.
this thing, it's just so it's on there perfectly. It's comfortable.
Like this one actually,
still
believe it or
looks
not, is a little
good.
big.
Well, that's a flex.
a
Blah,
flex
blah,
fit.
blah 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 flex
The
fit.
flex is flexing.
It flexes.
Yeah.
And the flex
It's a
fit.
little big. I might need a new one for softball season.
The Flex Fit, we should go back onto our Bar Is Low website and
Yeah.
update our merch. We should totally
great
do that,
idea.
yeah, for the new season. But the Flex Fit, I don't believe it shrinks so much because it's elastic. It's not just...
It doesn't shrink. It stretches more. So Flex Fit's hats.
No, but I'm saying if you were to dry it, does it shrink?
Try saying that 10 times fast.
Flex Fit, nope.
Yeah.
I can't.
Flex Fit hats.
Flex Fit hats.
will eventually just fall down and you gotta toss them because
Yeah.
they don't shrink. They expand.
Yeah, like your underwear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lately,
Yeah,
for sure.
from the top
Do
or
you
the bottom.
Do you know? Do you know? I read somewhere. How often are you supposed to change out your underwear? Like, you bought new underwear, you wear it for the life. When should you throw it away?
When should you?
Yeah.
What did this article say?
Yeah.
My answer is going to be completely
And
wrong.
what's your answer?
I'm not even going to venture. My answer? I mean, I could keep a good pair for... Okay, what do I do or what have I done? Those are different questions.
Those are very similar though.
What-
Because what you have done is what you do.
I mean, I'll probably have a pair of underwear that still fits quite well for about 5 years.
Oh, you're amateur.
I mean, but I have had some, like I had some from high school that followed me all the way to LA, maybe even back to Connecticut. I mean, I've definitely had
I've
decades.
easily got 20-year-old underwear.
You've got
I easily have 20-year-old
you have
underwear.
underwear that
Because don't forget, I was big and then lost weight, then big and then lost weight.
we've discussed.
You
This.
save the big stuff just in case. You don't have to go out and buy new underwear just in case you happen to put weight back on. And then when you put the weight back on, you save the skinnier underwear so you can use that again.
Okay, so I don't do that with my underwear because I don't find
Then I try to still wear the skinnier ones.
I don't find that happen. The delta in my waistline is I guess less between my, like right now I'm in fat mode. I'm totally in
it's
fat
winter.
mode right now. It's winter.
Yeah.
I'm in total fat mode right now.
Yeah.
I
But
haven't.
easily 20 years. I can say easily. I have several pair that are 20 years, minimum 10s. I have a few that are in the last couple of years.
And what did the article say that we were supposed to do?
6 months.
No, 6 months.
6 months.
Who throws out their underwear after 6
It
months?
loses elasticity after you wash them and blah blah blah. Because that's one thing I do wash regularly. I don't wash a hoodie every time, but you wash your underwear every time. Yeah, it loses
Okay,
elasticity.
so this pair is at least 2 years old, and it's snug.
6
It
months.
feels good.
6 stinking months.
Does that go for boxers and briefs?
I would assume it was the boxer brief,
well,
but that would be the same elastic.
Who wears anything other than boxer briefs these days? Pretty much.
I wore boxers yesterday.
Like regular
Regular old boxers.
boxers?
Oh,
You were
There
swimming.
is a freedom in there.
You were swimming.
There is a freedom in the regular boxer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Explain.
Things aren't as put together. There's some room.
Uh-huh.
So it was very freeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I don't have a pair of regular boxers anymore, but I did. Those were the boxers that moved with me from coast to coast to coast.
Okay.
were some of
the
those.
old boxers still hang out sometimes.
They're plaid, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, they gotta be plaid.
Have to be plaid.
Yeah,
It's the coolest ones.
well, it's the only ones.
Now,
I
you were
mean.
talking about keeping your hat fresh,
Yes,
and we're talking about keeping your underwear fresh.
yes.
I have a fresh new beginning for the show.
Oh, season 6.
I have a segment
Uh-huh.
that's better than your cold open.
Oh,
I'm going to now, every single show,
Yay! 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 Yay!
I was telling
don't
Craig,
trash the cold open.
I was telling Craig just yesterday, sometimes you have to wait Myke out. You have to let him get through what he has to say, and then he's back. So
Yeah,
you have to wait him out.
Yeah, that's it.
So I have a new segment to the show.
Okay.
It's going to be called, we need like a sound here. We need like a big, like a, don't do the, no. That was done.
Yeah. There's your
We
big
need like
sound.
we need a big sound like a big like musical. Every single show,
Yes.
I will bring some sort of top 10 list for you to figure out.
Oh, okay.
All right, and I think this is fun to play along with at home.
Play along, people.
So the first one,
Top 10.
top 10, and these are things compiled by either online surveys that have been done. Some are done by ChatGPT, whatever they may be.
Okay.
All right. This one's an online survey I found. This is a great one to play along with at home and a great one out of the box. I
Okay.
think.
So it's a game. You're not being David Letterman here. We're
No,
playing a game.
We're playing a game.
Okay.
It's a game. It's a top 10.
Okay.
Who are the top 10 best fictional baseball players from film and movie? Or from film and TV? Oh. Top 10. Who are the best fictional baseball players? Play along at home. See how many you can get. I almost thought about doing this on a timer, but I think we just let it roll. If we did it on a timer, you can't read through that, can you? You can't see through that.
Let me see. Hold on. Hold it up to the light.
No.
No. Oh, okay. Roy Hobbs.
From The Natural.
Correct.
Number 1.
Yay, there we go.
Number 1. I don't think you can argue that.
No, I don't think so.
Best fictional baseball player.
I don't think so.
100%.
How about Benny the Jet? Benny the Jet's got to be on there.
Let's see.
He's a kid, though. So are they going
Number 3, Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet!
Number
We got
3.
Benny the Jet on there.
Benny the Jet. See, kids can qualify if they do great things.
Okay.
Good call. I'm gonna guess this too. At the start of every one of these,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna guess how many you're gonna get. So I'm gonna say you're gonna get 7.
I'm gonna open up this Rainstorm,
Rainstorm.
which is an energy drink by what? Coca-Cola? It's like a Celsius
Coca-Cola
kind of thing?
Northeast is putting it out. Yeah, it's kind of a
No free shoutouts.
no.
That's pretty good.
It's all right.
You know what it tastes like? Ecto Cooler. Was Ecto Cooler a thing for you, or was
well,
that?
Ghostbusters was something I grew up with.
Yeah,
so
but Ecto Cooler itself
came out a little later, and I
Okay, is
tried
that
it
on
yeah.
camera.
Very sweet.
Looks very sponsory, doesn't it?
Does.
All right, we're not going to do that. Okay.
All right, so you got two. You got Roy Hobbs, which I kind of helped you with, and you got Benny the Jet from Sandlot. Those who aren't familiar.
Yes. Ricky Vaughn.
Ricky Vaughn is number 2. You've hit 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Well, I mean, one would hope.
That's
One would hope.
really good. See how well you can do in order.
Yeah.
I did even write down an honorable mention for this too.
What, like your own?
And there's one that might deserve to be mentioned.
Okay.
But that's all.
How about Crash Davis?
Number 4.
Okay.
Are you able to like read my glasses?
No,
to this
I'm
or
just
something?
it's just I'm doing the thing.
Crash Davis. It's a pretty good lineup of guys here playing too. You're Roy Hobbs, Ricky Vaughn, Benny the Jet, and Crash Davis in your lineup. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah. What about
If you get 5 in order, I'm gonna call shenanigans somehow.
do like the Angels count from like the outfield, like because they helped the?
They're angels. They're not ball players.
Okay.
And I will tell you this. This is really strange for this.
Yeah.
No one from that movie.
From Angels in the outfield.
Yeah.
Why would there be?
Well, I mean,
That's the point of the movie. The ball players were shit,
We're not good. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they needed the Angels.
It makes sense. It makes sense. But no, an angel does not count.
Yeah. Who else? Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes, number 7.
Number
on the list.
7.
Number
Okay,
7.
I like that.
You've gotten 5 of the top 10 with no real errors. You're crushing it right now.
Well, here's the thing. It's like if they're a character I know from a movie, they're going to be pretty good.
Well, they have to be.
You would
yeah.
think, yeah.
But you have to dig into all those baseball movies.
Roger Dorn.
Dorn,
No.
no Dorn.
Why
Dorn
not?
wasn't good.
What are you talking about?
He wasn't good. He was a showboat. he was a diva.
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, Dorn.
Strike one. I only got 3 strikes. That's the game. That's the game.
I like that. I like that.
What was that guy's name? Like Pedro Serrano.
Yeah, it is Pedro Serrano.
Yeah.
He's not on the list.
He's not on the list either.
Ha! Strike 2.
See, now I'm worried.
Well, you got 2 strikes on you and no balls.
I threw him out with my underwear 6 months ago. So,
That's brilliant.
oh, I got one. I don't know if it's going to be on
You got
there.
2 strikes on you, so you got to be really careful.
Marla Hooch.
Marla Hooch is not on there.
Okay, are any of the women on there? Is Dottie Henson on there?
Dottie Henson became an honorable mention for me.
Okay.
She was not initially.
Marla Hooch was the best ball player on that team.
No, Dottie was.
No, Marla was.
No, Dottie was the best ball player.
Absolutely not.
Defensively, offensively, and a leader, she was the best ball player you want on that team.
She's
first draft pick.
Marla was the best hitter on that team.
Best hitter, yeah.
Marla was the best hitter on that
Okay.
team. I mean, you're
All
just
right.
because Dottie didn't.
You got 5, so I lost, and I thought you'd get 7.
No, that doesn't count because Marla should be on the list, but we're not put.
We can discuss the should-be's afterwards. Do you want to keep going then?
Well,
You're
there's
at 2
no.
strikes.
If this is men's baseball,
I had put Dottie as an honorable mention. I have another honorable
but
mention.
like Jimmy
too.
Dugan's not going to be on here. He's my manager.
Jimmy
though.
Dugan is not
Jimmy
on here
Dugan
because he
is my
wasn't-
manager.
He was not great as a ball player in that film,
No.
so you can't. All right, so am I giving these up, or do you want one more shot?
I'm not taking Marla Hooch as a strike. I got something in my throat.
Well, you mentioned Marla Hooch.
Doesn't make for good pods.
She's waving.
I'm sorry. The Marla Hooch
Marla's amazing.
when they're showing the film reel of all the women, and then
Yeah.
Marla Hooch just so far away, it just gives
What a
wave.
hitter.
What, Marla Hooch, what a hitter! Is like
That's the best.
it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie.
All right,
that
we'll
movie
keep going.
deserves-
You got one strike. Then
Well,
I'll
I'm just
let
trying
you
to
have
think.
that.
I'm trying to think here.
You're gonna be
What,
so upset with yourself for not guessing some of these.
Yeah, probably.
You are. And again, good discussion to who they are, but
What about Kenny Powers?
I did go movie. I didn't go TV.
Oh,
He's more TV.
Because he was
I did say movie and TV to start with. Kenny Powers would have been up there.
Kenny Powers should be on
but
the
I
list.
did just movie.
Oh,
He
okay.
wouldn't be movie.
I was going to say that's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kenny Powers.
Underrated.
Yeah, put him down as an honorable mention on there. But he's actually doing it.
Yeah.
Oh! Nuke LaLoosh! Tell me LaLoosh is on there. No! Come on.
Strike 3.
Really?
Game over.
Was like fucking Jack Elliott on
Only
there
got 5.
instead?
Okay. I'll go backwards. So my honorable mention, the other honorable mention I had
Uh-huh.
was Amanda Wurlitzer.
Okay.
Amanda belongs on there.
Yes.
Heck of a ball player.
Yes.
She belongs on there.
Yes.
Number 10,
Yes.
for the love of the game, Billy Chappell.
Ah, Billy Chappell.
Billy
But,
Chappell belongs there.
Yeah, Billy Chappell,
No.
he threw a no-no.
What more can you ask for out of a pitcher in a movie?
Like, Billy Chappell wasn't, like, the best pitcher. He just had a perfect game.
He was a great pitcher his whole career. That's what the whole movie was about.
Yeah, he was on the... But in the movie...
He was fantastic.
But it came in at the end of the movie, and he
His
wasn't the
decline
best...
was great.
Right, but
don't
he was
argue that
on
at
a
all.
decline. He was about to retire.
He's
and then-
also
yeah,
the only
okay.
actor who's on here twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give him credit for that. Number 9, Mr. 3000, Stan Ross.
Yeah, Stan Ross. Yep.
That one I thought you'd kick yourself about.
Yep.
I thought you'd be upset about
I am
not
upset
getting
I
that
missed that one, yeah.
Number 8 is another kid. It's another tougher one.
What, Smalls?
It's Henry Rowan Gardner from Rookie
the
of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, yeah.
That belongs there,
Rowan Gardner.
right? That was 8. 7 was Willie Mays Hayes.
Rowan
Number-
Gardner's it's a tough one, but I guess
He belongs there.
for those couple
Yeah.
months he belongs there. Yeah, okay.
Number 7 you got with Willie Mays Hayes. Number 6, another from Major League, Jake Taylor.
Jake Taylor, first baseman, catcher.
Please keep that in the show.
Okay.
And the other one you missed was number 5. This one was the toughest one I didn't think you'd get. From the scout, Steve Nebraska.
I was never getting Steve Nebraska.
That's a good one, though. That's a really good poll. Steve Nebraska was amazing. So,
I should have been like Jose Canseco.
new.
He was in Moneyball.
I said it can't be. It has to be fictional
Okay.
in the thing. So,
Okay.
you like it?
That's good.
You like the game?
Don't block my camera.
Do you like the game?
Yeah, it's good. That's
a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game.
I will have something for every show.
Okay. Hopefully the people like it as much as we do.
We're going to find out. If you like it, tell us on the Instagrams or the TikToks or wherever. Tell us on the street, bump into us, or text him like Liz does all the time.
No.
That's what I like.
You're supposed to send us a voice or video DM
Yeah.
on Instagram,
Yeah.
which I didn't check today because we already had a caller. Thanks, Liz.
Oh, and speaking of last show,
Yeah.
how about those Philly fans?
Oh,
Who, by the way, congratulations.
congratulations.
To the
More
Eagles.
obnoxious than ever.
Yeah, congratulations
But I
to the
was
team, not to the fans.
I was so happy that they won.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy that they won.
Oh, yeah, they played a great game.
It's really
Great
funny
defense.
when you were watching that and when you were listening to the play-by-play. Tom Brady is there doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, which I think he did a good job.
I think he did a great job.
I do.
I don't think he was that sad when Mahomes threw those interceptions.
No.
It didn't sound like.
No.
He's like, oh no, Mahomes threw a pick.
You hear the smile in the voice. He's,
Yeah.
Oh no, Mahomes threw
People
another pick.
are starting to, and rightfully so, starting to put him in that conversation of some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Agreed.
Right. You know, he still hasn't cracked my top 5.
Since it's the first day of doing it, we're going to do a twofer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're doing a twofer. We're just coming off the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We have to do a little Super Bowl
Okay.
chat.
Okay. Fine. Fair. We'll do. This is just a top 10 day. Top 10 kind of day.
All right.
Mo's got games.
Mo has games for days now.
My God, how many of these did you do?
Several, just in case.
I love it.
Would you like A or B?
Give me the one that has to do with football.
A or B?
Oh, A.
A. Most postseason appearances by a player in the NFL postseason.
Oh, this is just trivia now.
Kinda. Some of them are going to be.
See, it's not this is tough because there's going to be a couple linemen on there I don't know.
Maybe.
There's got to be.
I'm going to guess you get 6.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, obviously, number 1, 48 appearances in the postseason.
Wild.
That's disgusting.
It's just wild. 48 postseason games.
Number 2 is 32. That's a big step down.
Wow. postseason.
And by the way, this is postseason. Most postseason appearances in games in the NFL. It's technically a top 12 because there are 4 guys tied for that last spot.
Okay. Now, the big question I have is how many of these are well before my time, because I'm not going to be getting
Not
too many
many.
of them. Yeah.
Not many.
Well,
at
I guess
all.
you know why it's probably not, because the NFL playoffs was not as long.
Not as long at all.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to think someone like a Peyton Manning would be, but he didn't. He made it to two Super Bowls.
Peyton Manning, 27.
27.
He's
There you
in
go.
5th place.
Peyton's in 5th place. Okay, so
That's the Peyton place.
yeah. I'm assuming we're not going to find too many running backs on this list. They have shorter careers.
Correct.
Adam Vinatieri.
Number 2.
There we go.
Number 2, 32 appearances.
Let's go with the kicker. That's good. That's good.
You've gotten
Okay.
3 already. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
And you have no strikes?
I'm really trying to
I
look
know.
through that, but you can't. You don't even have to block it with your sausage fingers. I can't see through it.
They're not sausage. They're just big hands.
Yeah.
I don't have sausage fingers.
For sausages.
I'm like skinny links for sausages.
That's one of my favorite moments in Married with Children, by the way, when when Al is trying to be nice to women because otherwise Marcy is going to
Right.
expose him or something like that. And then someone says something about it's he works in the shoe store and a woman sits down and she goes, "I'm a size 7 with my pretty little toes." And then he's just like, "Yeah, for sausages." And then it just echoes as he looks up, sausages. Because that's when he realizes he lost the bet. And, I love it.
Al Bundy was great.
And one of the best ball players, but
He will
TV
be
and
on-
softball. He'll be
he
on
will
the
be on the
all-time
top 10
softball
somewhere.
list.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't like sports, this is not your show.
Yeah. See, that's
It's okay. It's post Super Bowl. You have to do something
sporty.
related.
You gotta
Yeah.
do something sporty. Okay.
And that was about movies anyway. So come on.
Yeah. It's got to be. There's got to be. There's a lot of Patriots on that list, I'm sure. I mean, would like a Devin McCourty be on that list?
Devin McCourty was just outside of it with 24.
Okay.
That's off the top 10 list.
That's off the top 10 list.
Yeah.
Played 24.
24.
There are some players who were decent who didn't even play that many regular season games.
Right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just want to keep naming Patriots.
Well, you shouldn't.
I would think Big Ben would be on that list.
Big Ben is on the 23, just off. Just off.
What's the
list.
threshold there?
25 is where the top 10
Oh, well, if it's
stops.
25.
But don't forget, a guy like Mahomes is off the list. Mahomes, by the way, 21. I'll give you that one. Mm-hmm. He's closer than Jim Kelly, who had his 4. But don't forget how many additional
Mahomes has made it to
5
Super Bowls, which is
But he's also had
ridiculous.
more playoff games to get him in there too.
Right. See, I wanna say someone like a Kurt Warner was there, but I'm not feeling it.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm not feeling it. No, I'm just saying like one of those types, like a Bledsoe, Kurt Warner, that era
Yeah.
of quarterback.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there was anybody who was as dominant in that era that would have made it. Did Aikman make it that many times? See, it's so funny because if you go by dynasty,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
It not
Or
necessarily.
by team, it doesn't work. Like with the Patriots, obviously it did because that was 20 years of one quarterback.
Well, you are now at a tie. You had 48 and 32 were the first and second place.
48 and 32.
Right. That's what it went. 48
Mm-hmm.
with Brady, 32 with Vinatieri. The next 2 are tied at 29.
Jerry
is third place, tied with 29.
Jerry made it to that many. Wow.
Don't forget, he had Steve Young afterwards too.
That it is. Yeah. Man, talk about getting the luck of the draw.
Right.
Go from Joe Montana to Steve Young.
And think about that draft too that Steve Young was in.
Uh-huh.
The Fridge was in there. Reggie White was in there. Bo Jackson's in there.
Jeez.
How do you make a poor decision in that draft?
Yeah, but Steve Young go
Oh,
from
he
just
was great.
franchise quarterback to franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
That's you don't.
Well, it's like Green Bay with Favre to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all that often.
No.
Doesn't happen all that often. Although I would invite Steve Young to dinner before Aaron Rodgers.
Me too.
I'll tell you that. That would be
Me too.
That would be, as they say, a testy Thanksgiving.
And when you look at that BYU thing too,
Huh.
BYU not known for throwing out great players in the NFL, let alone quarterbacks.
Right?
But they also had Jim McMahon,
Yeah. Yeah.
who does not fit the mold of
But,
BYU.
College to NFL, the translation, I mean, the record holder for most yards thrown in a season.
Yeah.
Zappy!
Yeah. Stupid.
Western Kentucky. Yay!
All right.
He did
Are
not.
we ready to move on
He
with
did
this?
not do. I don't know. All right, let's wrap this up. Tell
right.
me who I missed.
10, 11, 12, or 9, 10, 11, 12 all have 25.
Uh
Charlie Waters,
huh.
Matthew Slater, James Winchester, and Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Travis Kelce certainly more.
Yeah.
Right?
I was actually, and it's funny because I wanted to go Slater, but I was like, how many of these fucking Patriots defenders? Do
Exactly.
I need
Yeah,
to
I
mention?
didn't want to throw too much for
Yeah.
you. All right, tied for 7 and 8 is 26. Larry Cole, Bill Romanowski.
Romo.
Love Romanowski. But
Yeah.
not just San Francisco,
Bruiser.
but Denver.
Bruiser.
The guy was amazing.
I think of him as a Raider.
Do you think it was a
I
Raider?
think
more?
of him as a Raider.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, because I think his personality is Raider.
His personality, 100%
Right.
is Raider.
And
yeah.
he was like the first guy that really had that what do you call it? The collar,
roll.
the big
Big
collar
neck roll,
up here,
yeah.
Which I love when Teddy Bruschi would wear that thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Romanowski was like and his was almost like you could imagine seeing him in the stands of the Black Hole wearing that thing. Like just put a couple spikes on him and you're good to go.
Number 6, tied with Peyton Manning with 27, D.D. Lewis.
I was never getting D.D.
I didn't
Lewis.
think you could D.D. Lewis.
Never.
But number 3 with 29, tied with Jerry Rice, Steve Gostkowski. Steven Gostkowski.
Yeah, other kicker. Yep.
I thought once you got Vinatieri,
Vinatieri, I
you
would have
might-
gone Gostowski. Yeah, no, I should have. Yeah.
But it's a pretty good run. It's pretty good. Again, fun game, different stuff each show.
Yeah. Next one, don't make it sports.
But sports sometimes needs to be. We talk sports. We like sports.
We do like sports.
We did one sport.
But everyone doesn't love
We did a
sports.
post Super Bowl, and we did a movie one.
Yeah, so next one we'll have to do food.
We'll figure something good out.
Top 10 food.
Top 10 avocados.
Top 10
Line 'em up.
food. I'll go ripe. That's number 1. A little overripe is number 2.
Yeah.
A little underripe is 3. And then all the other avocados can fuck off. There's
I don't think I've ever said that to an avocado.
There's 2 types of avocados that I hate. One is when you put the knife and it doesn't even breach
Oh, you
the
can't,
skin.
yeah.
And it's like you got to get a chef's knife and do this and try to. Yeah. And then the other one is when it just goes through like warm butter
to the
and it's
nut.
like, well, that's going to be.
Yeah. No. Isn't that a show?